Every commandment of HaShem found in the Torah, all 613 of them, come with outcomes if followed or not followed. These outcomes down through the centuries have been labeled as blessings or curses. However, the Elohim of Israel did not give these mitzvot in order to bless or curse us. They are simply the natural outcome, the reality of what follows obedience or disobedience to them. A practical example is when we were young children and our mothers told us not to stick our hand into a fire, a negative commandment. What was the blessing if we obeyed? Our hand was unharmed. What was the curse, or better yet, the natural outcome of disobeying our mother's instructions? Yeah, a painful experience that scarred or damaged our hand. She instructed us not to bless or curse us, but to protect us out of her love for us. The same can be said of HaShem as it relates to all His commandments, both positive and negative. He admonishes us to adhere to them out of pure love and the protective instinct of our loving Father and Creator. Now let's take a look at the next set of positive and negative commandments found in Torah. The positive commandment, you shall walk in His ways. Devarim, Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 9 says, HaShem will confirm you for Himself as a holy people, as He swore, if you observe the commandments of HaShem your Elohim and you walk in His ways. What does it mean to walk or go in His way? It means simply to be and live like HaShem. How does HaShem live and act? He is holy, therefore we are to be holy in our actions, speaking, thinking. HaShem is gracious, so we too are to be gracious. HaShem is very patient, compassionate, and just. We too should comport ourselves in this exact same manner. He is very forgiving, an example we should follow as it pertains to ourselves and others. The outcome of this kind of living of daily life will not only be a blessing to ourselves, but as the following verse in Devarim states, then all the peoples will see that the Shem, the name of Adonai, is proclaimed over you, and they will respect, honor you. Walking in His ways in our everyday lives is a fulfillment of the purpose of every Jew on earth, to be a light to the nations and repairer of the world. The positive commandment, Him shall you serve. Devarim 11 verse 13 says, to love HaShem, your Elohim, and to serve Him with all your heart and with all your soul. We have already spoken about walking in His ways as the outward expression of love and service to HaShem that results in a blessing to us and the rest of humanity and creation itself. But how do we serve Him with all of our heart and soul? That is an inner service, one of private expression. Each morning during the Shacharit prayer time, we say the Shema and the Ve'ahavta. This second prayer is the commandment found in this particular chapter and verse in Deuteronomy. It opens with, you shall love the Lord your Elohim with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. How do we do that? Our sages of blessed memory relate that the fulfillment of this commandment is premier because, as Rashi indicated, it should always be as fresh in our minds as each new day is. Love itself is an act of self-sacrifice, putting the needs, desires, and lives of others before our own. Love is the highest expression of honor and reverence. With all our heart and soul can only find expression in one way, through prayer, communication with HaShem, Him listening to us and we listening to Him through the words He gave us in His Torah, His prophets, and His writings found in the Tanakh. It is a mindset or holy attitude that says to self, at this moment and in every moment I am standing before the Shekinah. The Rambam stated that this kind of attitude will result in HaShem being able to intercede with miraculous intervention in human affairs. That is the power of our obedience to the commandments of HaShem. Our prayerful attitude is not a burden of weight we cannot bear, nor a means of expressing a troubled mind, but true prayer lifts the burden off others and the world. The negative commandment, you shall have no other Elohim before me. This is found in the famous commandments found in Shema, Exodus chapter 20, that have come to be known as the 10 Commandments. It is one of 4 separate negative commandments dealing with idolatry, the worship of false Elohim. HaShem makes it very clear that the worship before, the acknowledgement of any other supreme being beyond Himself, is a pure and willful act of heresy, a deliberate, well-thought-out rebellion from those who perform such a horrendous act of disobedience. One cannot serve and love the one, and only one true Elohim with a divided loyalty. The person or persons who participate in such idolatry are willingly in denial of the very foundational principle that HaShem is one and the only one. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is God, the Lord is one. This commandment is in force forever and isn't given because HaShem is a petty dictatorial being with a puffed-up attitude of self-importance. He is a jealous Elohim, yes, but not jealous for himself, but jealous for us, his creatures created in his image and likeness. He created us to be loved by him and to love him just like any loving parent desires the love of their offspring and is deeply hurt when the love that should be reserved for them and them alone as their parent is given vicariously to another not at all connected to them on such a deep personal level. It hurts enormously and causes division in the relationship that benefits neither party. Thank you for watching the video or reading the blog post until the end. These commandments of HaShem to us are pure and are for our good. More of my content can be found on Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Substack, and Blogger. Please like with a thumbs up, subscribe, and most importantly, share these works with others. You can comment below or email me to shmu@startmail.com. I will respond to your emails as quickly as possible. Part 5 of this series will, HaShem willing, be posted next Sunday. Until next time, this is Shmuel ben Shlomi of Shmu's Views wishing you shalom.